Hi, this is Luke, ruralvacantland.com. I'm trying my phone setup. It's probably a little too windy, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm live in Stockholm. That's Stockholm in the background. And I do this live feed every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's 6 p.m. here in Stockholm. And I have no idea if this is really working. Here we go. Someone's in there, says hello. Thanks, guys. Hopefully the phone's not too wobbly. But good, everyone's chiming in. Some of the same old folks. Thanks, guys. So I wanted to just sign in and give some land away because that's what we do every Monday morning. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for signing in. This is going to be a short one because I don't know if you can really hear me and the wind and everything. Just trying a new setup. But I got there's Dan. Hey Dan, I need to call you back. I got a bunch of people in there I got to call back. I got to return a bunch of calls and my phone's ringing at the same time. But I want to talk a little bit about land in Sweden because I've been researching some, not that we're going to buy some and stuff, but they have every man's right. They have this rule that was set up by the parliament, which I think I can point to. I think it's these buildings over here. If I got it right, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But they have some old rules that allow everyone to access land in Sweden. So if you want to go fishing or rock climbing or picking mushrooms or hiking through the forest or whatever it is you want to do, you can do that in Sweden. And so I've been asking people, what about access to land? What about land that doesn't have access? And that doesn't exist in Sweden because you can access any land anywhere in Sweden. You're not allowed to go in people's yards. You're not allowed to go on crops that have been cultivated in people's gardens. You're supposed to give people privacy around their houses, but that's not defined specifically in any one way. So you can cruise around. You can hike, you can camp, you can have a fire, you can pick mushrooms. You can, there's no like time limit you can stay there that I've figured. Asking people, it's like, yeah, you can camp there, but you're not supposed to disturb the landscape. You're not supposed to take branches off the trees, but you can pick wood up off the ground and burn it and have a fire and cook your food. You can pick berries, mushrooms, and catch fish. And I don't think you can hunt, but you can ride horses. And the same goes for private roads. Like you can use private roads unless people post that they want no vehicle access on the road because they're worried about the degradation of the road. And so I've been thinking about these laws. I mean, I've experienced them numerous times visiting Sweden, but I've never really thought deeply about the laws. And I wondered what that does to property prices. So property prices in Sweden, looking at property prices, nobody really cares about buying some huge piece of land because you've got access to land all over the place no matter where you go anyway. They care about a place to build a house, a place to build, set up their homestead and go for it. So that's pretty neat. But in the US, we've got BLM land that has the same kinds of rules. Like you can, build a fire, you can camp, you can do that kind of stuff. But you can't, cut the trees down. You're not supposed to drive your car and your vehicle and stuff like that across BLM land without a permit, which is kind of like in Sweden. You're supposed to ask permission if you're going to drive across vacant land that doesn't have a road with your vehicle. You're not supposed to run vehicles across it. And so it's kind of like Bureau of Land Management land in the US. And so my thought was, what happens to property values? People don't care about big chunks of land. People care about a place you can build a home and then it's surrounded by woods and forests and stuff like that. In the US, people care about big chunks of land for privacy. They want to keep people away and keep them out, keep them, they want the land to do what they want to do on. And so if you guys have experience with that or comments or suggestions, let's say leave that in the comments below if this is a recorded version of this, and just put it in the box below. And I'd like to start a discussion on that and see what you guys think of it. I think it'd be a neat concept, maybe for parts of the U.S. counties that wanted to advertise themselves as orienteering areas or something. That could be a neat way to advertise the area. Maybe get the place to be more valuable for some people, but less for others. Large landowners would probably hate that because they don't want people on their land. That's why they bought it. And so that's what I was thinking about. That's one of the things I've learned and experienced in this trip. And yeah, so If you guys have, um, you guys could type what that is. What did I just call that law? That rule, that regulation. First person that has never um, won land before, that doesn't work with me or for me in some regard. You could type that in the chat box. I'll give you a free piece of property. It'll probably be Arkansas. Here we go. I got Bobby. Um, Bobby, I can't pronounce your last name. Just put it in there. Every man's right. So let's go with Bobby Kula, Sirzakula. If you could email my assistant Gillian, Gilian, email Gillian at ruralvacantland.com and say you won the piece of land on today's live video, and send her your um, what you want the title of the property to be. Let her know if you want me to resell the property for you and give you cash for it, or if you want to put the land into your name. I mean, I'll put it in your name either way, and you want to give it to your kids, grandkids, or whatever kind of title you want on the land, and an address to get the title or the deed shipped to, and that's where future tax bills of the property will go. I'll try to make sure all the taxes are paid up on the thing as they give it to you, but you'll get future tax bills, and you get a free piece of land for just subscribing and listening to my rants and raves about land. Usually talking about land I've got for sale on ruralvacantland.com, but I don't have my computers and setups with me, so I'm trying to figure out this phone version. And thank you everybody for putting up with it. Hopefully it's coming through okay. And if anyone had any questions, comments on there, I think that I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna go meet the family for dinner and a little about dinner, getting off work and going to the parks and things. I don't know if we do through the park here and show you all the crowds that are like drinking and enjoying the sun and stuff, overlooking the views. Maybe walk through everyone with the camera doing that. But it's fun to give the land away. So thank you. Thanks everybody for joining, and thanks for the guy earlier that won. Please email Gillian at ruralvacantland.com for that free piece of land. Awesome. Thanks guys. Bye.